Hello everybody, SirMonkeySuit here, back again with Tokyo Ghoul. Alright, so we finished off season 1. There was some debate on whether or not I was going to do this. But decided in the end it's gonna be reacted to. Of course, Route 8 is not canon. But, there seems to be some people that say, if you're not a manga reader, then Route 8 isn't actually all that bad. So I'm just gonna watch it, and I'm gonna, give my own opinion on it and see how much I feel it is different to the first season, and if it's any drop in quality or anything like that. So yeah, the score, Tokyo Ghoul. I can't really react to it with footage on screen because of copyright issues. So it's just going to be a timer-based thing. So if you have your own reference footage, and you can react to this full length along with me. All right. So without further ado, then let's just get straight into episode 1 of season 2, shall we? Let's go. Okay. I'm going to just count down 3, 2, 1, play. As soon as I say play, that's when you play. Alright, so here we go. So I'll keep this. Alright, so here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. Is that a fucking centipede? But I'm fucking not a bean. Got Hideyoshi here. I like the music. So at this point, it does take place directly after this first season, but obviously with Kaneki, because he's changed now. Oh man, nuts. All right, intro then. That's a strange art style, that. So yeah, it takes place right after season 1, but obviously this isn't canon to the actual story, so it's not like I can go after this season into season 3 and that won't really add up, I guess, but I'll just have to take it as it is, I think. Bleeding from the eye. Yeah, the opening intro is definitely not as is nowhere near as good as the first one. Yeah, all right. So this was happening. Oh. Is that like an armor one? Strange. Yeah, this is going on as well. I thought this guy was supposed to be the one-eyed guy, right? Right? Isn't he supposed to be like the big bad guy? The big bad boss man? This can't be it. Yeah, here we go. He just gave up on talking French and went 10. That's kind of not the end of that. It's strange. Definitely strange. This guy went there and never fought once. Could that guy even fight? Strange. Some serious wind pressure. So that armor's a prototype. Oh shit, it can do more shit. What? Wait, what? Eat up? I wonder. Kakuja? What's a Kakuja? Yeah, I figured as much. The armor's like, yeah, the armor's feasting on him, right? I get it. Yeah. Why does he do it then? Interesting. I wasn't expecting him to say that. Oh shit, connect you see it. Mm-hmm. Look at what I just did. But you can't beat him around a bit. Oh, there's two different things. That's the big boss man. The other guy's like the one-eyed owl or something. So calm. Look at how much he just doesn't give a fuck anymore. He's just straight up changed. Figure as much. I wonder what his like Kagane actually is then. Huh. The hell's going on here? Got earthquakes happening here? Who was the one causing that? Huh. Strange. Who is causing this? So I guess this is how Connect's gonna log from now on, right? What on earth? Just dragging fucking Yamori out. $200. Wait, he was talking about the ghouls? I thought that's like all they had. Ugh. He's the worst. I just want him to die. I want him to die. Was a trap? What, so like the set? Oh. Where's he going? You recognize him from the back? Surprised like the white hair and stuff. Huh. Kaneki ain't the same anymore. got black toenails. He's a goth. Oh, damn. Well. Yeah, but it's cool. Hmm. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I think there's something more at play here. I figured as much. Hmm. Wonder. This is weird. Wait, right. Huh. Might as well listen to the ending. Okay. Interesting. So is this why it's not canon? Like, because obviously, well, I haven't read the manga, so I don't know which. I don't know like what story takes place, but like, either either the manga doesn't follow Kaneki joining like Oigiri, or I don't know. I feel like there must be something bigger at play because obviously the specifically the one-eyed owl guy. He was talking about taking a life in any sort of thing is evil. Like, you know what I mean? Doesn't matter who it's against. It's always evil. Um, And he also saved those two guys' life who was using like the armor prototype stuff. He saved those guys. So there's clearly something bigger at play, and I don't know what it could possibly be, considering you know the I guess it's the one-eyed ghoul and the little girl who's covered in like those bandages and whatnot. Well, those two were like, how many do you think died? 200. Which I thought there was 200 members anyway, so that would mean that they pretty much all died except those four. Is that what they're saying? Yeah. Igeri has like roughly 200 members. So those were all that were left. Although it seemed like there was some on like the sides and whatnot. But I guess it was roughly 200, so you know what I mean, they could have had more than 200. But yeah, those two were talking about like, alright, well, like how many think died? 200. Alright, well, let's kill people, like, let's go and kill more people for that. So why would Kaneki want to join up with like Igeri for that? I don't think it's... I think he might be joining up for the same reason Ayato is. Because it seems like all of them, like all of those, all the main people in Igeri seem to all have different like sort of ideals when it comes to this. The one-eyed owl guy doesn't want to kill people, but the other two do. Ayato is there. He has this whole spiel about, you know, being a ghoul and you know what I mean, actually like living up to that idea, like that whole thing, and you know, not like humans are beneath us and all of that. Yet there seems to be something else at work there. And then I don't know about the other guy who like can somehow like regenerate, even though like beyond the point of what a normal ghoul could normally do. And then obviously you've got Kaneki, which like who I mean, it's tough with Kaneki because I don't know where his like I don't know where his sort of head is at right now. I would have to guess like, obviously he still cares for the people at Antique. He's just not he's not staying there anymore. But Antique was all about trying to integrate, right, into the world. Igeri's is still Igeri's whole thing is still unclear. It's very unclear because, well, first of all, I don't know who the big one, like the leader is. I thought it was that fucking guy who's dressed in white, not the one-eyed owl guy. I thought it was like the true, because I was confused because it was like, right, they've got a one-eyed ghoul as well, and then they were talking about this one-eyed owl guy. I was like, oh well, that must be him then. But I think it's the other guy. I think it's the guy who's dressed in white with the little girl. I think that guy's the one-eyed ghoul, and I thought that he was in charge, and clearly he has this idea about going out and killing more people, yet one-eyed owl guy doesn't want to be taken alive. So there's not like any discerning factor as to like what Oigeri's mission is. So I guess that is something we're going to get more into in this season. But as of right now, I'm interested. I think it's sort of... It seems like this episode, it's almost like they just decided to go with a different approach to how, like, they did it with the first series. I feel like there's, like, almost like a difference in animation quality. I think there's a difference in... I think the soundtrack is better for this season, as well so far in the first episode. Like there's music in there which I'm really liking right now, which I didn't really get a lot of in season 1, aside from obviously the intro. The intro is not as good in this one as the first one is, but the like initial like the soundtrack, I'm really liking some of the songs that were playing throughout this episode. Yeah, but it feels like the production is better for this than there was in the last season, which is you know, I mean, like that's not too uncommon. Generally, the first season ends up being like almost like a pilot episode for like TV shows and stuff. It's kind of, you know, it puts it out there for people to gauge whether they like it or not, and then if it's pretty much, you know, overwhelming popularity, people like it, then they up the quality for the next season. So yeah, interesting. It makes me think if the third season will be higher in quality due to the fact that this season isn't that well. Like people didn't take well to it, but generally the people who didn't take well to it were the manga readers, right? It's kind of a different story, I guess, with people who strictly just watch the anime. And here's the thing: I need to point out, I'm not reading any mangas or light novels or anything like that. I have to tell people, like, I feel like I've said this a lot, but you know, I'm just not a reader. I've read manga in the past. I got some up there, but it's just like reading is not my thing. All right, so you know what I mean. If you're asking me to like go and read manga because it's better or anything like that, that won't be happening. All right, it's just not my thing. You know, strictly anime and stuff like that shows. That's just the way I like to do things. So yeah, Shinohara and like one of his mates had like this armor quink kind of thing that is a prototype, and apparently, I say apparently, it was feasting on him. Like it has an ability to feast on him, which or feast on the wearer, which I guess in turn doesn't increase the power of the person in it, but it increases the power of any quink I guess they are using, which is interesting. Considering like the fact that eyes turned red, I don't know if that was visual or if that was like, or if that's actually something that does happen, but yeah, interesting. I was struggling to understand like what that guy, the guy who can regenerate. So is it, oh fuck's sake, is it Yomo, the guy who was teaching Kaneki like to fight and whatnot? Is that like, is it Yomo? I think it is. Yeah, Yomo. He kicked that guy's like head off, pretty much like below the shoulders as well, and it just put him back, which is beyond what a ghoul should be able to recover from. Then he can do that, and I was like, well, can he even fight then, or is he just like incredibly, just well put together? Like he's I can't think of the word. Yep. Another case of where I fucking make a video and I can't remember a word. He's tough. Like he can just regenerate a lot better than other people can. I was like, well, is that his? I was going to say quirk there. Is that his Kagane then? But then at the end of the episode, there was another thing when he grabbed Ayado. So there's something more to that, and I was like under the impression, well, you can only have one Kagane, right? But I don't know. What to say. So yeah, it's a Kakuja, that armor thing. I didn't say that, but that's that armor, that prototype that the CCG were using. It's called a Kakuja. Yeah. So interesting then. I'm wondering if this is why it's non-canon. If like they decide to go a different way with it and have Kaneki join Oigiri. I mean, that could happen in the story as well, and there could be like a different point of where they like change stuff and whatnot. But yeah, it's interesting. I'm definitely interested to see where this goes then, considering he's just decided to join up with Oigiri. There's clearly more at play here, and I'm just wondering to see if Kaneki, and to like a lesser extent, or maybe even more, Ayato is like the reason why he's joined Oigiri for. Because obviously there was that whole thing of Kaneki saying you joined Oigiri to protect the ones you love, right? So we'll see. But yeah, enjoying it. So thank you everybody for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.